All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, June 11th, set today by Paul. Let's see what Paul has for us. Subject described by improper noun, an option to consume, with a dreaded question mark. It's a short phrase, small words. I'm not exactly sure. I think if one word is described by another, I'm wondering if that can mean one goes around another. I think we've seen that. Improper, it could be an anagram indicator of noun, maybe even noun an. I'm wondering if it might begin with on something. And maybe it is something to consume. To consume. No, not saying it. Oh, here we have two nice clues on the edges, left and right. Corrupt in double time, seemingly. Ooh, corrupt in double time. I'm wondering if the three-letter word could be to, like something at to something. That means corrupt. Oh, of course. Corrupt could be an anagram, but in double time is just 12 letters, so that's not going to be it. Yeah, I think it's going to be some pun that's something about being corrupt that suggests double time. Now, double time, of course, is when you're paid twice your normal rate, right, for working overtime. No, not seeing it. Let's do some more downs. Grating fifth of cheese, sharp object. I presume it's a sharp object. But what's fifth of cheese? If cheese had 5 letters, that would make sense, but grating fifth. Well, the fifth letter of cheese, I suppose, is the S. No, the only 8-letter, though, sharp object that's coming to mind is a scimitar, but I don't think it's going to be that. How about butcher, a geezer? Well, of course, butcher has an awful lot of meanings. Of course, it can be to cut up meat, but it could also be to really do something badly, to butcher it. And then a geezer, of course, reminds me of the Cockney rhyming slang, butcher's hook for a look. A geezer. Now, again, when I see the A, I'm wondering if it's going to be A followed by a word for a chap or a something, and it's going to mean butcher, cove. What are the other English words they use? No, not saying it. Ground slippery, suddenly sprang back. Ooh, ground can be an anagram indicator. Slippery does have 8 letters. Could it mean suddenly sprang back? If it began with an R-E, maybe, but I would have thought a word meaning sprang back would probably end in ED. I'm not seeing an anagram here. Nope. Sweet cuddle when knelt before Spooner. Oh, it's a very short spoonerism. Is it a sweet cuddle, or is it a word for sweet? Maybe a type of dessert? And the fodder for the spoonerism is cuddle when knelt. Oh, something like a knee. Well, of course, spoon can be to cuddle. Oh, knee hug. Hug knee. No. Nougat. Nougat is a sweet, but yeah, maybe nug, hat, hug, nat. I don't know. Depends how you pronounce nougat. And I think I say it all sorts of ways. Now, standard enclosures second. Now I'm thinking second can be S or SEC, so maybe a shorter word for enclosures, followed by the S is going to give us a word for standard. No, reportedly, okay, I think we have a homophone, more than one cheese in piece of cake. Yeah. Oh, if something is very easy, it's a breeze, a piece of cake, and that sounds like BRIE in the plural. All right, here's the other one that goes all the way. Rock, nihilists, or is it nihilists, spat, a nadir for group in film. I am thinking that's going to be a film just because of how many words it is, and the beginning of the clue doesn't make sense as a phrase. Now, what film for group in film? Maybe it is a group like the Dead End Kids, or what were the other? Our Gang group in film, or it could be a musical group. Hard Day's Night. Okay, well then what is the word? I think the wordplay must be a charade. Nihilists, spat, a nadir. Oh, rock, of course, can be an anagram indicator too. But I think we have too many letters in all of that. Yeah, not saying it. All right, I'm going to go back to the crosses. As aging rocker, grossly hirsute originally, I'm tearing my hair out. That's I'm thinking the originally we're going to take the starting letters, and yeah, those first 5 words. Oh, yeah, this one you definitely need one of these types of clues, I think, or a hidden clue, because it's not exactly a standard word being onomatopoeic. There's probably many ways. You can probably put in a whole lot of A's, maybe more R's or H's. So I think it's arg, yeah. Does that help? Rock, nihilists, they do something. Rock. Nope. All right. Brace, having held one log that's loose, shelter built in the woods. I think it might be some kind of shelter. Brace can be a pair, as in a brace of pheasants. Having held one, maybe then inside you put an I and a log anagram, maybe. Yeah. What could, with an anagram of log in the middle? No, I'm not seeing it. Wrong content in parcels. Send a batch back. No. With that, odd number is even for the present time. With that, odd number is even. Well, if you add 1, of course, an odd number becomes even. Is ADDI a word? I think it's probably going to mean the present time. Is there a Latin phrase that means that? Well, Anno Domini or... No. First of fruit, dark, like a kiwi, say. Well, the first of fruit is an F, and yeah, so I think if you just think about what's the distinguishing feature of the kiwi as a bird beginning with F, is that it's flightless, and so dark, I think, is being defined as, or is defining lightless. And I think that's why it gets the question mark, because you wouldn't say something was lightless, really. All right. So this one looks like something as... Ooh. It might be at least partially an anagram. Yeah, I'm thinking something like this is... Oh, what is a film? This is Spinal Tap, I think, is the full name of the film that we usually just refer to as Spinal Tap. So this is... Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the wordplay is working, other than I think it's largely an anagram, but we do need an extra P. Yeah. Oh, maybe the nadir for group is the final letter of group, which would give us that P that we need, I think. And then I think we're all right with the A there. All right, I'm not going to look any further. I think that's close enough. All right, back to the crosses. We do have an S there, but we'll move on. Oh, here we have 2 different direction clues stuck together. Not a big fan of that, as you know. Purpose of megaphone. Damn it. So I think actually this one is fairly straightforward. That an exclamation that you might say instead of damn it, and then punningly the purpose of a megaphone is for crying out loud. Alrighty. A blue bottle stuck in prune drink. Ooh. I'm wondering if we're going to break blue bottle somehow, or if there's some short synonym for a blue bottle. I do remember them as insects, but not exactly sure what they are. Stuck in prune, of course, could be we're going to put whatever this is inside of a word like cut, and we're going to end up with a drink. Oh, lop, of course, would be a nice, because I see we end in P. So, oh, could it be some kind of pop? Is a blue bottle a type of wasp? I don't think so. That wouldn't work anyway. No, we'll come back. Someone choosing anagram of Chile in flyer. Well, I think it's going to be someone choosing. I wonder if this is very cheekily announcing an anagram by using the word anagram. So maybe we're going to anagram Chile and we're going to put it inside a word meaning flyer. Now, is it an aviator flyer? Is it a bird? Is it a poster that you stick up? But someone choosing select or something? No. Yeah, we're going to have an H somewhere there as well. I'm guessing the C and the H will stick together. Someone choosing. Nope. Floor was whiffy when rear wiped. Okay. Floor. To floor. To floor somebody with some news might be to stun them. And if something was whiffy, it stunk. But the rear letter is wiped off, I think. Song and dance don't stop, question mark. Yeah, so don't stop, what you might say to somebody, but without the hyphen. But with the hyphen, it means a lot of song and dance, a lot of carry on. Okay, on the podium, if not after flipping, gymnastic star gets medal finally. I wonder if it could mean finally, or does it mean on the podium? If not, could it start with TON, which is not after flipping? Ooh, gymnastic star, is that going to be Simone Biles or Olga Korbut? Who is another gymnastic star with a short name? Oh, it could also be an anagram of star, of course. Gymnastic might indicate an anagram. And then gets medal finally, I think is just getting that L. Yeah. On the podium. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is going to be something like STRA on the podium. Or maybe RST. Oh, if not, what could that be? NAR or something like that? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's going to be something like this. Get rid of them for now. Scrap, approach. Must be a double definition. A scrap, of course, could be a fight. Something in, something on, approach, way in. Of course, you have a way in before a fight, but spelled differently. Approach. No, not seeing it. Westernmost city in Florida, Panhandle, no place as far out. I don't think it's going to be literally the westernmost city in Florida, Panhandle. But yeah, maybe we do put a city in FLA. No place as far out. No, not seeing it. All right, back to the Downs. Anomalous, a bug fed, endless fruit. Oh, of course, I'm not sure about that L. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is going to be. I just know we had the word atypical recently, which could be anomalous. Let me just put it in and see if I can make sense of why. See, I think it's going to be a and some insect, and then inside it we will have a name of a fruit without its final letter. But it's not atypical, but I think it's going to be something like that. Could it literally be bug? I don't think so. Bee, maybe? Fly? Yeah, not sure. Discontented, alligator, prodding cat in some box. Okay. Well, discontented, I think, means we're going to empty out the contents of the word alligator and we're going to be left with AR. And that is going to prod a word for a cat. So I think that's going to be the AR. And it's going to mean in some box. I was wondering about carton, but that would not be a cat. CTON. So what could a cat be in 4 letters? We often see the 3-letter Mog and Tom. Oh, a lion. Larian? I don't think so. Oh, lynx. That's the voice box. Yes, that's clever. All right, models, just over 3 turned up. I presume it's going to mean models. And then we're going to have just over 3 turned up. Well, just over 3 is 4, but don't see that. All right, here's another 2-parter. Fitter lad crushed by big old player. I'm wondering if the definition is going to be a fitter, which in Britain is usually a worker in some industry who puts in gas meters or electricity things, a fitter, fitters and joiners. And then the wordplay will be lad crushed by big? Can that simply be, well, it might be L for large. Could it be B? Or OS? Old would be O. And a player, I'm not sure what a player would be. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. All right, here we had our anagram of Chile, and it's someone choosing. Let me pause and sip my coffee and think about where Chile might go in this. Even though I was working on the premise that Chile was going to go inside the flyer, I just started looking and thinking, what if the H was there? And then I thought, oh, helicopter is a flyer. And so it's a very, roundabout way of stating it. Someone choosing this anagram of Chile is a helicopter. So generally speaking, when you get a charade type clue where each part represents a part of the answer, either it's in order or there's something to tell you one thing goes before or after the other. But here you have to yourself say, oh, that wouldn't be an opter helic, it would be a helicopter. But I think that is right. So now our models begins with P. Pan's people? I don't think so. Pen pal? Pin. Oh, I'm going to pause. There's a leaf blower outside. Well, Joni Mitchell sang about had the album The Hissing of Summer Lawns. Someone should update that to the roaring of summer yards. But anyway, thank goodness that has moved on. I'm still not thinking though of this Model S, models, just over 3, turned up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, if you turn up, you get PU. Could it be? I don't think so. All right, how about our scrap now is something N, something N, dash something N, approach. Yeah, let me pause and think about that. Of course, it's a run-in. You have a run-in with someone, could be a scrap. I suppose I wouldn't think of it for an approach, the run-in to something. Not sure about that. I'm actually going to go ahead and check it just to make sure it is correct. Ooh, all right, we have a lot of letters in one down now. Corrupt in double time, seemingly. Well, this looks like the. Is it the card? Something to the. Oh, rotten to the core would mean corrupt, but how is that in double time? Seemingly, unless 2 is supposed to be a homophone of TWO, corrupt in double time. Seemingly. I don't see that at all. Let me check it just to make sure it's right. It is correct, but yeah, I'm going to have to rely on 15 squared to explain that one to me. Now our object described by improper noun, an option to consume. Yeah, I did think it might start with on the something, on the buses. on the menu, maybe? No, not sure about that. Here's our brace. I did think that might be a pair, but maybe it's two, having held one log that's loose. Shelter built in the woods. I am wondering if it is some word like twigolo or something like this, which is two surrounded by one and an anagram of log. I've never heard of this, so let me pause and look it up. Well, I'm very close. I've never heard of this word before, but apparently there is a word twiglu, which I presume is a made-up word combining twigs with igloo for some kind of rough shelter made out of branches in the woods. So that's a new word I learned today. All right, now our sharp object. Can I think of a sharp object? But then what's the wordplay going to be? Or maybe it's grating, as in an adjective to mean something that's shrill, or grating with, yeah, maybe that's more likely with the S. Yeah, maybe when the setter Paul came up with the definition as grating, then he needed an S, and it seemed obvious to yes, and then, well, I wouldn't have thought of it as a, oh yeah, as a sharp object, but I suppose a trident has three sharp points. There we go. So I think that may be the first time I've looked into the setter's mind as I try and decipher it, and trying to understand why we might have the S, and therefore why he might say cheese to get that S. He could have said really any word to get that S. All right, now our butcher, a geezer, still not sure about the A, of course. Oh, in fact, if this is going to be on the something, then that would be an E, which would make this very unlikely to be, yeah, in fact, I think it's the other way around. I think it's a word for butcher followed by A, which could mean geezer. Not sure about this, but I think if, you fell a tree, for example, do you butcher it? And then the A and then a fella. Really not sure of that, so I'm going to check it. However, it is correct. I will assume that is the. Now, this is definitely not an anagram of slippery, but recoiled certainly meets the definition. Now, how does ground? Yeah, I think slippery might be oiled. That makes sense. So then ground is REC. How is ground REC? I'm not too sure. All right, I think I might go with on the menu for this. Subject. Oh, a subject is a theme, of course. And it is described or surrounded by an anagram of noun, and then it gives you an option to consume. Yes, all right, I'm happy with that. Now our sweet cuddle, when knelt before Spooner, I do think it might be some kind of, oh, Oh my goodness. It is a humbug, which of course can be bah humbug, but it was also an old sweet. Do they still make them? Do people still buy them? But one of those, we used to call them sucky sweets, hard boiled sweet that you sucked. And of course, Spooner, instead of saying humbug, would say bum hug. So it would be a cuddle if you're kneeling before Spooner. Oh, that's very funny. All right. Wrong content in parcels. Send a batch back. Wow. I'm not even sure where the definition is with that B. It seems that it's not for something sending something back. Wrong content. Some kind of typo or something in parcels. Yeah, I'm not sure. Is it a hidden clue? Badness. Ah, yes. So working from the B and batch backwards, we get badness. So it is wrong. All right, standard enclosures second. Well, there can't be too many words that meet this. But since I've spent a lot of time on this, very slow today, I'm going to look up wordplays.com. Well, I don't think I would have got this on my own. Maybe if you'd given me a few days, but neither of us have time for that. The standard is a yardstick, which definitely is a standard that you measure something by, but not the most obvious synonym standard for a yardstick. The enclosures are yards, okay, I get that. And a second is a tick. So I suppose if you said, give me a second, give me a tick, or just took a tick. Wow. All right. Now our A blue bottle stuck in prune drink. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, I do know there is a type of beverage that is known as an alco pop. So let's see if I can see. Yes, I think it's A is A. There is lop. Oh, a blue bottle is a nickname for a policeman. Ah, cop. I think I knew that, but had forgotten it. Now, wasn't there a character called Blue Bottle on the Goons many years ago? I don't know if he was named that because of the slang for a policeman, but anyway. Here we go. Anomalous A, so it does begin with A. Bug fed. Yeah, I think I'm going to look up synonyms for anomalous. The word is aberrant. And so it is A and ant, and that is fed, BERR, which is an endless berry. All right, I realize I skipped over 13, which is the only one other than this bottom right corner. With that, odd number is even for the present time. Wow, am I even having trouble thinking of a word? Well, need. But how would need odd number is even for the present time? Let me pause and see what other words fit. Well, I'm really not sure. There were more words than I thought that fit. Now, some of them were abbreviations, but there was something called an NSEC. I'm wondering if that's like a tiny, like a millisecond or something. Just since it's time related, let's try that. No, okay, let's reveal it. No, Noel. Wow. Um, Odd number is even for the present time. I don't get that. No, we're going to have to rely on 15 squared to tell us why Noel is right. Well, the 25th of December is odd, is even. Oh, I do at least, I think I understand the present time is the time when we give presents, but odd number is even. No, deep and crisp and even, I don't think so. Let's try our fitter. Lad crushed by big old player. No, not seeing that. This models surely will yield to me. Let me look up word plays for this one. No, I'm not seeing anything likely. There's more things there that match that than I expected, but none of them look likely. I'm going to try pen pal. I don't think it is. Let's check it now. All right, let's reveal it. Pinups. Oh, I suppose models would be pinups. Yeah, yes, yeah, I see that now. And then just over 3 turned up. Don't get the just over 3 part. No, so we're going to have to look at 15 squared for that. All right, but we're getting there. Oh, I'm thinking this is, Pensacola. I was going to say peninsula, but of course there's Pensacola in, I think it is in the Florida Panhandle. No place as far out. Don't get the wordplay. Let's check it. It is correct. Westernmost city in Florida. Panhandle, nope. No, I'm not. I think it's all right. It's just an anagram of no place as. Oh my goodness, and that is far out. Or usually they'll say out, meaning anagrammed, but far out, I suppose, does the same thing. Oh my goodness. All right. On the podium, if not after flipping, gymnastic star gets medal. Finally, on the podium. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Here's our fitter lad. No, so just those left. All right, I think I'm going to give up and reveal them. Oscar Peterson. Wow. Did not expect to see him in the crossword. So, yeah, not sure even how the wordplay is working. Yeah, not seeing that at all. So, yeah, let's wait until see what 15 squared has to say. And now this one on the podium. If not after flipping, Gymnastic star gets medal finally. I still think it is. Oh, I'm wondering if. Oops, that's not what I meant to type. There's a rostrum is a podium. I'm wondering if rostral could be a word that means of the rostrum, on the rostrum. Let's check it. It is correct. So there have been a couple of words today I haven't heard of before. So very, very tricky. Had to reveal 4, I think, which is a lot. Anyway, let's head over to 15 squared and work out the ones I couldn't understand. All right, today's blog is by Menehi, A Slower Solve. All right, glad I'm not the only one. On the acrosses, I think 13. Okay, the present time is the definition. With that, so with no L, the odd number 11 becomes even. Oh, that is cruel, I think. All right, the other one on the acrosses was a rostral. Yes, a rostral can describe something with a connection to a podium. All right, and then it's R, if not is reversed. So RO plus our anagram of star, and then the last letter of the L. All right, and then our downs, there were quite a few. So rotten, double time suggests double T, giving TT. And TT is the core or central letters of rotten. So rotten to its core is TT. Wow, that's another very tricky one. Rec is a recreation ground. That's how it's ground, okay. And just wanted to confirm number 8. It's an anagram of nihilists, spat A, and the last letter of group. Yeah, okay. And then 21, pi, as just over 3 is pi, plus spun, which is turned, is up. Another very tricky one there. And then Oscar Peterson was a musician, okay, an old player. A carpenter, okay, is in the middle, who fits carpets. Oh my God, there's so many trades, I think, that are described as a fitter, that seems just a little unfair. Plus sun. And big was OS, meaning oversize. All right. Very tough going. Pensacola is brilliant. Oh yeah, fail equals butcher. Yeah, I did question that one. Let's see if KVA, clue of the day, rotten to the core. So thought that was a good one. Cuddle and knelt before. Yes, someone who is standing, I think so. And someone else who didn't know Twiglu. Well, that was a very, very tricky one. Some obscure words and some very cryptic wordplay. So a real workout for the brain. Anyway, thanks as always for watching, and have a wonderful day.